Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Of course, this is Captain Richie 254 in a brand new video. So in today's video, we are going to talk about how does an aircraft fly. Basically, an aircraft has to move from the ground on the air and also coming back to the ground with a very short test time, because as we know, aircraft move very fast and maybe moving from one point to another point. If you want to move faster, you can only use an aircraft. But how does an aircraft move? I don't know whether you have ever asked yourself that question. How does an aircraft actually fly? So basically, that's what we are going to talk about today. And when an aircraft is moving from the gate, taxiway, taking off, climbing, cruising altitude, and also we are going to talk about landing, descending. Also, we are going to talk about landing an aircraft. That's why you can see I've actually done some. I don't know whether you can see this one, but it's very much okay. I'm going to explain everything in this video for those who cannot see, because I'm not really sure whether you can see them in this. So number one, when an aircraft is on the runway, now we have moved from the gate, taxiway. Now we have aligned our aircraft in the taxiway. Now, at this point, you will realize the aircraft is moving on a higher speed than any other point before from the gate and taxiway. The reason why it's moving on a higher speed, it's because we need to overcome the whole weight of that is in this aircraft. Remember, the weight include the fuel that is on board, the passengers, the cargo, and also the crew that are on the board. So we need an aircraft to overcome all that weight. And for us to overcome that weight, we need more speed. And the speed of an aircraft at this point, we are going to be helped by the engine. And also at this point, we are going to need the landing gears, which are now the wheels, because at this point, we will not need them after now this point. They also, we are going to need them when we are coming to land. But after takeoff, we are not going to need the wheels. Again, we need the engine and we are going to balance all that. So after taking off, after giving us the speed that is going to help us overcome the weight in this aircraft, the weight itself in this aircraft, remember, we get the lift by the, we need the lift we are going to get after the aircraft is rolling on that high speed. We are going to get them from the wing. Remember, the wings are the ones that are holding the aircraft to float on the air. Yeah, those small wings that you see there, they are the ones that hold the aircraft uh, 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 to have a smooth ride on the air. So if when now the speed exceed the weight, it gives the wings the capability to hold the whole thing on the air. So at that point, that's when if you are in the cockpit, you'll hear, now we have reached to a point where the system says V1 rotate. Remember, V1 is a speed that we cannot stop this aircraft. We have to move on. If whether the aircraft is going to be involved to have a fire emergency or so, we have to continue with climbing and then we start a go around process. Also remember, when the aircraft says, the system says rotate, that's when you see the pilot pulling backward, sorry, the yoke that is being used to control now in the air. Now, when the pilot pulls back, we have now our takeoff at that point. Now, after taking off, we have something that we call climbing. Immediately, the aircraft takes off. That is, we start something that is called climbing. Now, climbing is now we are heading to our designated, or we can also say we're going to get to the point where we have been told we are going to get your cruising altitude is going to be 11,000 feet, it's going to be 8,000 feet, it's going to be 30,000 feet, it's going to be 40,000 feet for those some of those aircraft that can reach to that point. So now after climbing, we get to our cruising altitude. Now this is where the aircraft has to level, you know, by we are not going anymore, we are not going up anymore, and we are not coming back down at this particular point, because we have reached to where, according to our flight path and our flight plan, says that we are going to get to 30,000 feet. So upon getting this level, this is when now, because we don't need to climb, The pilots now have to balance the the lift from the drag, and the weight from the sorry the thrust from the drag, and the weight from the lift. Now we do not need much power, so the pilot reduces power so that it can balance, because we do not need more thrust to be more than drag. At this point, we have to level them, and they have to be equal for it to give us, a smooth ride, a smooth flight, and all that. Now, after getting to the cruising altitude, now we have to do something that we are going to call the descent and landing. Now we are actually almost to our destination where we are going, because remember we are moving from point one to point two, point A to point B, that is. Now descending, this is when now we have now, to increase by a small percentage. We have to increase the drag from the thrust, and we also have to increase by increasing drag from the thrust. That gives us a bit more weight than the lift. So when we have a small percentage, that's when we are coming slowly by slowly, slowly by slowly, slowly by slowly, slowly by slowly, for us to come and land finally to our destination. So that is how now the process is. But we have other things that actually helps this process. There are surfaces that are in the aircraft, that help us when the pilot pulls the yoke. It helps us, to take off. When they pull back up forward, it helps the aircraft, to descend. When they want to turn right, and they want to turn left. So we have some surfaces control that are on the wings, and as other ones that are the smaller wings that you see there, and other ones that are the vertical stabilizer. So we have the three of them. Number one, we are going to talk about the ailerons that are going to give us the role of an aircraft. Yeah, they are going to give us the role of an aircraft, which is actually rotational along the longitudinal axis. Remember and get that right. The role gives us the rotational alongside, not alongside. They gives us the role which is longitudinal axis. Get that? That is the aileron. We have elevators which are going to give us the pitch, and the pitch that is going to give us the rotational along the lateral axis. Remember, we have the longitudinal axis. Now we have lateral axis. That is we are going to be given by the pitch, which we are going to be given by the elevators. We have another surface that is called the rudder. The rudder that is going to give us the yaw, which is going to be like rotational around the vertical axis. So I hope you have understand all those, the iron, the elevators, and the rudders, which are going to give us the roll, the pitch, and the yaw. Roll, pitch, and the yaw, which acts against the longitudinal axis, lateral axis, and the vertical axis. So those are the surfaces that we have that works around the aircraft. So thank you very much, guys, for watching this video. I hope you're getting something here. I hope you are getting educated so far. And if you like this video, kindly do not forget to give this video a thumbs up. And if you are new here, do not forget to subscribe to this channel. Thank you very much. Till next time. Bye bye.